Hey, today I'm going to present you my project entitled Shooting Accuracy Factorial Design. Well, in the footballing world, scoring goal is a very important part of the game. As Johan Cruyff once said, to win, you have to score one more goal than your opponent. Therefore, today we will be concerned with what combination of training drills would put players in the best conditions in order to turn them into the biggest attacking threat to the opposition. In order to achieve the already spoken task, we will be using a 2 to the k factorial design, where k will be equal to 3, representing 3 factors at 2 levels each. To proceed with our experiment, we randomly pick people regardless of their background or physical condition, and had them do each of the potential combination of drills and later analyzed which of them would be the most adequate for our goal. In order to have all trials being independent from each other, we had time slots in place for each participant and had prepared several days of experiment in an indoor controlled environment in order to account for potential effects such as wait time, boredom, fatigue, and even weather conditions that could affect the outcome of our study. So for our study, the response variable was the number of goals scored from 50 shootouts, which were all done from the same spot. On the other side, our predictor variables were denoted by, firstly, dribbling, which is concerned with dribbling through a series of cones. Secondly, passing, which is concerned with exercises such as crosses and through passes in real match condition. And the third one, shooting, which was concerned with exercises such as taking shots from dead ball situations. Each of the drills would last 10 minutes, leading to a minimum of 0 minutes and a maximum of 30 minutes before taking the 50 shots. Looking at the raw data, we could see that the histogram is somehow symmetric, meaning that the distribution would be normal. In regards to the differences between participants, from the colored histogram, we can see that the results are not consistent in most cases. And the highest performer was participant 3, with a mean goal scored of 29.625, while participant 8 was the lowest performer with a mean goal scored of 13.75. The differences in the standard deviation of each participant being so different from each other suggests that the participants have an effect on the mean amount of goals scored. This could be due to technical capabilities in regards to shooting. For the analysis in regards to each experimental treatment, we can see that experiment 8 has the highest mean goal scored, but it also has a very high variation. This high variation, when regrouping the replications, suggests once again that there is a significant difference between the players, which means that the means might be pulled up or down depending on the presence of a very high value or a very small value. In regards to this issue, we came across in the latest slide, we decided to implement blocking on participants in order to estimate the average difference in means of goals scored between the participants. After creating the ANOVA, we decided to estimate the factorial effect by doubling the coefficient in order to account for the movement from the factors characterized by -1 to the one linked to the number 1. We therefore discovered that the mean value of goals scored when no drills is undertaken would be around 27. The main effects and the three-way interaction had a negative effect on the number of goals scored, while the two-way interactions all had positive effects. In order to confirm these findings, we derived the interaction plot when looking at the main effects. We can see, contrary to our linear model, that it shows a positive effect for each one of them. We determined that this contradiction might be due to outlying values affecting the trials, where each effect is set to 1. As per the two-way interaction effects, it was perfectly in line with what was shown in the linear model. That is, a positive interaction in all 3 cases. For the three-way interaction, it once again was seen that having the 3 drills would decrease variance, but has less potential of reaching a higher mean. For the differences between participants, we can see that the only 2 significant differences would come from participant 3 and 6, which seems to be more accurate compared to the others. To conclude, we would say that any of the 2 drills being done out of 3 would increase the average goal scored, with the most optimal combination being the passing drill linked with the shooting drill. Our design explains about 31% of the variability present in the model, and therefore, if I was to do this experiment again, I would add to the sample size in order to provide more power to the model, in order to provide more significance to it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like my presentation.